Hi guys and gals, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar, and I don't know if I'm going to stick around on the short side of this thing. I'm not going to let it go too much higher here. Don't got my finger on the close button. Let me see something else really fast. Yeah, we just hit the 127% extension here too. Okay. Yeah, right up here, up against resistance. We just hit, like I said, the 127% extension. I got my finger on the buy button because I just don't want to stick around that long. But okay, it's coming right back down. Well, it's coming down here. Hold on. Still got some time. I mean, this thing is spiking all over the place, so you got to be obviously a little careful with it. Okay. While we're watching, I'm going to watch the cable pretty closely. Obviously, I'm going to be keeping one eye on it as I do go through the analysis, but we will get ready with our analysis this morning. So let's go back over to let's go over to the euro here. Okay. All right. So yeah, we basically hit 100. Well, hold on. I might as well just put the pound up here on our analysis anyway to start. So really, key resistance for anybody who's bearish is going to be 30.45. 30.45. Support at the moment. Pound's coming down here. What I may do with this cable, because I don't know if I want to deal with it. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. We're on any dip. Where are we going to find support here on the cable? So if we have resistance up here, and let's say we're forming some sort of consolidative pattern down here. Where's support going to be? And crude's spiking up a little bit, back above 45 bucks. If people are stuck on the short side down here, you got to ask where they're going to want to cover, on this news. So probably any dip back down to 129, I would think, but I think what I'm gonna do though is I'm just gonna take a couple pip loss. I just got out for a couple pip loss, like a 7 pip loss, and I'm just going to stand aside. I'm not dealing with the cable. It's too crazy. I don't want to be stuck on it. So I just closed it for just a few pip loss. I don't want to even deal with it today. I'd rather find something that's a little bit more stable at this point. Okay, but anyway, I think the pound, I'm already out. I think the pound will probably find support at 125 now. So any move down here probably be pretty decent support. Resistance is going to be at 130.45. Oops, it's right here, 130.45. Not there. This is going to be key resistance, by the way. And this will be 129 if we can make it down there again. And it is, it's still bearish. The cable's still bearish, but you know, we would have to take out, this trend line to take that bearish spin off. Actually, you know what? We need to take out previous, we need to take out 131.20, really. I got out a little too early, but that's okay. I just don't want to deal with it. This 131.20 is going to have to be taken out for it to for things to really take that bearish spin off. But it's bearish for right now. Okay, let's go over to the euro. So the euro, even on this move lower today, I think what I drew last week was any rally back up towards 111 would be a seller, and I still think that too. So 11.10. You notice on Friday we took out stops on both sides. All right, on both sides of the market, and I still think any move up to 111.10 is going to be a great place to be on the short side. And we're still bearish as long as it stays below this this blue line here and below 112, right? Key support is going to be at 110. And frankly, I'd be a seller back at 111. I don't want to really I don't really want to be on the short side right now. Not where we currently sit. I'd probably sell a little, even a rally shy of 111. You know, if we can make it back up to 110.80 or so, I'd be a seller up there if we can get it. I just don't know if we're going to get it. Okay, let's go over to the Swissy. So there's the Swissy. Even following the non-farm payroll, we're still holding up well, and this breakout point right here at 98 cents is going to be key support on any dip. So even a dip to 98 cents would be a good place to be on the long side. This move right here is a 78% retracement. So that means that this spike high is actually important. 98.65. And so what we're doing right now with the Swissy is we're developing a little bullish wedge here. Okay. 98.65. It's resistance. Okay, we are in a range because we haven't broke out to the upside yet. All right, let's take a look at the dollar yen. Ooh. God, that's tempting, isn't it? God, that's tempting. I just shorted the dollar yen at 102.35. I'm going to put my stop right above 50. Stand by. I'm only risking about, let's see, 102.50. I'm risking 20 pips basically, 18 pips. I'll put in a bid at below 102. Just below 102. So I sold the dollar yen at 35. 102.35. Hold on really quick. I don't want to remove everything, but that was getting a little too crazy overbought wise. Yeah, that's 161% extension right there too. Yeah, I'm just risking a few pips. Nothing much. This is, I'm going to say 102.50 is probably really good resistance, but check something. High. Because that would be the low, it would be the spike low down there, right? So 786 retracement comes in here at 102.65. And look at how overbought we got on the hourlies. Okay, I'm going to write down 102.65, although I think we are at good resistance right now. Support. Like you have to imagine any move here. Let's move this over. Now any move back down here, actually let's just leave that right there. Any move right back down here is going to be great support. So any move down to 101.50, there's going to be a lot of buyers down there. I probably won't stick around for that, but I'm just saying. Okay. We've been bearish for so long. We haven't taken out the 103.50, which if you take out 103.50, that's when you stop having lower lows or lower highs. Right now we're still making lower highs, so I actually have to make it bearish. I don't like doing that after a day like today, but you know, I think you have to be really careful getting too bullish the dollar yen up here. We don't know what the size of the package, for the fiscal package that Abe is going to provide either. You know what I mean? So it's just all based on, previous actions, and, he's moved the market before. Oh man, that cable came right back down. Crap. I got out way too early. That's okay. It's okay. I didn't want to deal with it. All right, let's go over to the dollar Canadian. So the dollar Canadian came down a little bit as crude spiked back, but dollar Canadian, any which way you do this. Okay, let's step back for a moment with this dollar Canadian. I got a lot of mess going on here. Let's remove that because those are all targets. So let me just remove all this stuff. Let's remove this. Let's remove that. Let's remove that. Okay. We're really attempting to break out here, but what I think is going to be the most important resistance is going to be right here. It's 131. You know, if we can clear 131, this thing is going to get really bullish. Okay. It's actually 131.20. Okay, 131.20. Critical resistance. If it breaks, this thing goes from range to bullish. This is probably really good support down here. 130.20. But by the way, I'm long the dollar Canadian. My cost average is 130.51. So it's not like I'm like hugely profitable at the moment, just so you all know. We are in a range, but again, if we break this 131.20, I'll turn bullish. Okay. Okay, let's go over to the Kiwi. Here's the Kiwi. Big rejection at 73 cents today. And I mean, I'm long the Aussie New Zealand, but I don't have any Kiwi dollar short. But take a look at this. You guys might remember this from last week. Let me get rid of this. We were trying to do some sort of harmonic pattern over here, but I'm going to remove that because this channel is what is holding. Big rejection at 73 cents. Huge. Now, if you want to sell the Kiwi, which, you know, I don't have a short New Zealand dollar on, but I'm just saying if you want to short the Kiwi, that your risk is above here, maybe 73 and a quarter. But right now, 73 cents remains really key resistance. Okay. 72 cents is support. Obviously, we're holding, these wicks are holding above 72 cents. So if we break 72 cents, that's going to be a pretty bearish event for the Kiwi. Now, I have to say it's really underperforming. It's underperforming the Aussie. You know, you see the Aussie's only down 5 pips, the Kiwi's down 50. So you just got to keep that in mind. The Kiwi doesn't look, it looks like, you know, people are probably looking at it, you know, thinking, man, Kiwi's probably worth more like 66 cents. It's not worth 73 cents. And, you know, you're getting people selling into this strength. Let's go over to the Aussie. I'll try to do the Aussie really fast. So the Aussie's holding up well. Let's see. All right, so here's your Aussie. think you have to look at it like this. You know, Forex Analytics is looking at it like this. I think you should look at it like this too. Um, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. Uh, yeah, same, but it's same triangle pattern. Yeah, same triangle pattern. It's the same thing. So I think we got to really, respect the fact that we're probably going to be knocking our head up against key resistance around 76 cents. We're at the 786 retracement right now, so I think 76 cents is going to offer really good resistance here. Oops. All right. Support. 74.65. Remember, that was following the S&P's downgrade of Australian debt. It was right there too. So 74.65. That's going to be really key. I know it's a while away, but um, I think the risk favors at this point being on the short side up here. I mean, maybe you let it hit one more high in the Aussie, especially with risk appetite so strong. You let it hit one more high, and then once it hits one more high up towards 76 cents, then you take a short at it, a short trade. That's, I think, what I'm going to try to do today, if given the opportunity. All right, guys, when I come back, we're going to do the dollar index, peso, Swedish krona, Norwegian krona, everything else. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks, everyone. All right, guys and gals, this is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. I want to welcome you all back. So we got to finish up with our dollar index and everything else. So let's go over to the Dixie. Okay, so here's the dollar index, showing some signs of life. Obviously, the dollar yen had a lot to do with this move, if we can get the euro dollar to break down towards 110, that could be the catalyst that really drives the dollar index much higher, because you already have the dollar yen. Oh wow, the dollar yen just came down. Hold on. Oh no, I'm sorry. I thought it was coming down. I'm down 7 pips right now. Sorry about that. I looked at it incorrectly. I'm looking at the wrong pair. Anyway, if the euro dollar can finally come down, that might be what the catalyst that drives the dollar index above this 96.80. So 96.80 still remains really key resistance. The high today was 96.80. So I think we've been writing down 96.80. So the high is 96.79. So 96.80, huge resistance for the dollar. It's in a range environment, but we're threatening to go bullish. I mean, this is a flag pattern that's been, trying to make its way higher. You can see how we keep, bouncing off this trend line, which is keeping it relatively bullish. All right, now support. Whoops. Today support's probably going to be 96 and a quarter. It's not great support, but it should be support on the way back down. Okay. Let's go over to the US dollar Mexican peso. All right. So in the peso, check this out. I noticed this on Friday, and I tried to get long the peso, which was a mistake. I actually lost money trading the peso. Tried to get it on the long side on Friday. Did not work out. But I want to show you that we have a double top set up right now. Okay. Which, if you think about risk appetite, the stock market right now, it wants to go higher, right? At least near term. So if that's the case, we got a double top plan here. Let me grab the, damn it, I just want, mother son of a biscuit. I just want to grab that blue line. All right, forget it. There we go. All right. So we actually have a double top setup, and you can see this is resistance is holding, right? 1860. So that's resistance. We're in a range. And support will be down here at 825. 1825. Okay? All right. Norwegian krona. So this 618 obviously is very key resistance. Obviously. So that's 855. Key resistance. Where's support? Now, also keep in mind, this has a lot to do with crude oil. But, if the Canadian, or excuse me, if the euro continues to push higher back towards 111, we might drop a little here. Okay, so 848 should be support. Not great support, but it's 848. Yeah, because I think what we're doing here is we're building a wedge. So you just want to just buy those little dips down here when you can. Let's go over to the Swedish krona. And the Swedish krona, we're right up in the resistance here. I haven't traded the Swedish krona much. 861.65. So right, 861.50. And then support down here is right where we're at, basically. 856. These are getting really tight. These Nordic currencies. Okay, there's your bias chart. It's finished. All right, let's go into some of your questions.